very good morning from wherever you may watching us from. Welcome to THD TV Gambia, live coming to you from Manjaikunda. I am Ajit Rame with the 360 SPA Sports program that comes the way every week. Before going any further, like I always said, today we have an important guest. But first, we want to send a sincere thanks and appreciation to our followership. We've seen how you monitoring and following our videos on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We appreciate that and encourage you to do more. Keep sending your messages, comments, tell us how you want us to do. We're here for you to make you feel the system we're doing here. That is to give you the latest trending of Gambian and international sports.
Aweil on the town, yeah, fuck out the city. Tijan Keita, Manula Mabai, Swasangsia, hey, Hamara Mekani Babanga Bas, Sika di Madena, Dela di Mako Henambote, or I can link THD online TV, and follow us no Hoga Babanga Munda, Namuna na THD online TV, follow your Instagram, your Facebook, your TikTok, your YouTube. Hadaga hani follow THD online TV. O era nkone soni ngenya honi koni khasiga di mama ne ganya.
Welcome back to the 360 SPA Sports program coming to you live on THD TV Gambia. Well, if you're joining me for the first time, my name is Adudrame, your host, and thank you for joining us. Today in the studio with me is a Gambian athlete. Well, we'll let him, tell us who he is for this generation who have just watching him for the first time. I have Tijan Keita in the studio. Tijan, it's been a pleasure having you again. Welcome to THD TV.
Hello, Hajizame. Thank you for having me. I'm very pleased and happy to be here again. And it's nice to be here and nice to have this time with you again.
Brilliant, but it's been a long time though. I watched T at the Independence Stadium, doing what he loved doing best. That is representing the Gambia, breaking records, national and regional records. But can you tell that young Gambian watching you for the first time, who is Tijan, where were you born, how did you rose to where you are today until leaving the shoes of the Gambia, now residing in Spain, but yet still, that what we know you for is still running in your system?
Yes, like I said, my name is Tijan Keita. I'm a Gambian athlete. I was born and raised here in the Gambia, in Bakote. So I started athletics when I was going to, from primary school going to junior school, because it was really challenging for my family. So I had to choose athletics to able to go back to school so that I can finish my school. So along the way, I happened to realize that I was not just doing it to go back to school, but it was a talent that I had, and it was something that I have to use to help myself, my family, and make my country proud. So I started running, and then along the way, I started winning inter-schools, and there where like my name started to sound very loud in the Gambia here. People started to know me because of the inter-schools. So I represented the Gambia in many championships. I have been to World Youth Championships for the Gambia. I have been to African Youth Championships, African Junior Championships, and Senior Championships. So I'm the first Gambian and the only Gambian to ever break a continental record, and that still stands, and that record stood for almost a decade. Yes, so it's something that I achieved under the name of Gambia, which I'm very proud of. I am really happy for myself, for my hard work. So definitely, for people who don't know about all these things, I think it's good that I come back to Gambia now that I'm living in Spain. Come back to Gambia, at least for the young ones that are along the way, or people who have been watching athletics and did not know about me, so they can know a bit about me.
Brilliant. I'm sure people have started already feeling the inspirations, or inspirational journey that you have, in with Gambia. That huge continental record, I still recall that, it's good that it's still ringing in your minds, and I think that will continue because it's still unbroken, because that record still stands under the Gambia through Tijan, Keita. Let's look back a little bit, when you were young, that was the time, the Jinabas and the others were people start knowing them, coming from the St. Augustine junior level, and Modunjai was very, unique in that journey. Used to be a very, great coach who had a lot of respect for you guys at the time. But you left the Gambia after representing the country in many years, how are you, view now across the athletic sector in the Gambia?
Well, now that you mentioned Mojai, I will use this opportunity to definitely thank Mr. Mojai.
Well, let me tell you, I follow you when you were young.
Yes, yes. So I used to tell him this. I used to say to him, God created me, but you produced me. So when I tell him this, yes, when I tell him this, he's always happy. And up to date, I still have contact with him.
That's brilliant.
Yes.
He's in the United States, if I'm right.
Yes, he's in the US.
Yes.
And whatsoever I'm doing, I make sure I put him in the picture. Whatsoever I'm doing, either personal life or athletic sport life, he is always in the picture. He's always present. So he has been someone that has been the backbone for my progress, for my success in sport. So Munjai is someone that I cannot thank.
Yeah.
Only God can pay him for me.
Yeah.
Yes. So the time that I have been away, I was still competing, and I am still actively competing. And all this while that I'm competing, I'm still competing under the name of Gambia.
Yeah.
But due to frustrations, due to lack of support, due to lack of sponsorship, I had to left the Gambian soil to look for a greener sponsorship. And normally what I used to say is that motivating someone is not to give them a tap on the back, but at least to give them something that they can be someone important in the society. Because imagine you going for a competition and then you are not giving nothing but $5,000 or $2,000. That was I was giving by then.
That will take care of even your errands back home. You are much more talking about where you're going.
Exactly. So this was something that it was not really encourageable. So I had to left. So when I left, I was not in contact with the federation because of the frustration, like I said, and what I was going through. So I wanted to focus more on myself and help my family. Yes.
Let's still stay back home, because you've broke some records and you've represented the Gambia with big heart and eventually got that international or continental recognitions. But when you were competing in Spain, was there any time that the Athletics Association reached out to you to say, we want you to be part of our preparation to any Olympic Games, any World Championship? Because there are a couple of them outside, training under the scholarship of the National Olympic Committee. Why weren't you part of that, that cream of athletes who should be representing the Gambia in this generation?
Okay, that's a very good question. I contacted the federation myself personally. I contacted the federation when I started running in Spain, when I started running fast and breaking records. I contacted the federation through the Secretary General. I told him that I want to be part of the Olympic scholarship.
The Secretary General, to get records straight, Ato Jackson?
Mr. Ato Jackson,
yes,
that's Mr. Ato Jackson.
Yes.
So I contacted him personally because he's the Secretary General, because by then I don't know who was the technical director. And normally it's the technical director that
should be facilitating situation like this.
Exactly. So I contacted the Secretary General. I told him I'm running fast and these are my times, and these times are all legal and they are all in the internet. There is nothing like sending results that are not official. They are all official. So he went through it and he saw that, okay, I was ranking number one in Gambia at some moment. I was ranking number one in Spain at some moment. So he saw all those things, but I was never given the chance. I was never given the chance to have this Olympic scholarship. So I tried all I could, but I was never given the Olympic scholarship. Reason best known to them, but I was never given the Olympic scholarship. And it's not that I have not asked for it. I asked for it twice.
How frustrating was it, going by the past record, the sacrifices done for the Gambia, participating in an event with a little or nothing, in regional championship, and at the time that you need the Gambia the most, and those were close. How frustrating was it for you as a young man who still believed there's a lot of, opportunities ahead of him?
Well, I feel disappointed. I feel disappointed by my own people, because I feel that the fact that I am away, living in another country, I am still running, even though I'm not living in Gambia, running in Gambia, but I'm living away in another country, I'm still running. So I feel that the Gambia should protect me. I feel that the federation is bigger than me, but the country is bigger than the federation. So when I need the federation, they should embrace me. They should be there for me. But I feel that they did not do that. and I feel so disappointed in this situation. And this was something that at some moment when I think about it, I even feel like, okay, not to run for Gambia anymore.
Do you regret or regretted, running for Gambia? Because that was going to be a follow-up question, but, the moment you touch this side, I will not let it go like that. Do you regret, what have passed in the past through you to the Gambia?
Yeah, at some point you have that feeling. You regret some things. At some point you have that feeling. But nonetheless, like I said, I'm from the Gambia. I was born
Raised
here. Yes. My uplift was buried here in this country. So no matter how far I go, no matter what I did, no matter I still belong here.
Yes.
So sometimes when I think of all these things, I have my family here. It also motivates me to know that I'm not doing it for myself, but I'm doing it for my family. For the next generation, for the people that know me here, the people that have been supporting me, because I have individuals that were supporting me personally that don't have nothing to do with the federation. Yes. So sometimes I regret, why I run for Gambia. I regret why I have not taken other nationalities that I had chance to. I have chance to change allegation to other countries to run
Do
for
you
them.
change your perception towards those who have changed nationalities before you? Do you now understood their frustration after going through the same?
I understand their frustration after I went through the same journey, and after I had the opportunity to meet Jace Mosedi.
Jace was one of the finest at his generation.
Yes.
But unfortunately, we lost it to Norway, just like the situation you're explaining.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I had the chance to train with him, and he was coaching me.
Wow.
He trained me for almost 2 seasons, and we used to be together. We used to go for training camps in Portugal and in Spain, in Norway. So when I used to sit with him, I used to ask him about this kind of questions. So I used to ask him why he switched nationality. So he never tell me anything positive, even though he loves Gambia and he have Gambia in the heart, but he never tell me anything positive when it comes to the way he was being treated. So this at some point makes me feel like, wow, like someone like Jesuma, who
was
has run-
finest at this time, ran with the likes of Usain Bolt and other in a generation. That was just amazing, Gambia to lose.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'll just bring you back a little bit. Since you departed the soul of this country, have you ever been, have you ever represented the Gambia in any event, or yet still, since you left, you have never been to any competition?
Since I left, I've never been to any competition.
That the Gambia, that you represent the Gambia too?
Yes, I've never been to any competition. One, I was not having papers to travel for the first 2 years I arrived in Spain. I was not having papers.
Yeah, because you need to be documented before you get European Championships entries. Yes.
Exactly, and that was 2 years. But I have been living in Spain for 8 years, so we have 6 years that I was running. And the only time I got contacted by the federation was 2022. 2022, what happened was they selected a team to go to, I think it was the All African Games?
The All Africa Games.
In Mauritius.
In Mauritius, yeah.
So unfortunately, they put in one athlete that is living in the US, Motsi, but unfortunately by then he was not having document to come to Aweil. But I was having document.
Motsi is the lanky sprinter.
Yes, that's my brother. Yeah, that's my brother. So they put him there, and all of a sudden they didn't know that he didn't have document, and they never contacted me. So a week or two before the competition, I heard that there is a competition in France, and that competition all the Gambian athletes went there. Yeah. So I told my coach, I'm going to that competition.
That's where you have the Ibrahima Kamara, the Adamas, and the Sengan and the others. They are under the scholarship of the National Olympic Committee.
They were all in that race.
Yes.
So I told my coach, you know what? I am going to that competition. I want to show myself. Then my coach told me, but we have an important competition the next week. I told my coach, just let me go there because I was
something you want to prove.
Yes, I was not put in that team, so I want to show something. He said, okay, no problem. So I fly with my coach to France, and that competition was in Troyes, in one city in France.
One city, yeah.
So I went there, and I saw Gina Bass and Ibrahima Kamara.
Yeah.
So we talked, they were surprised that I was
You
there.
were there.
Yeah, I told
As
them,
a countryman,
exactly. So it was a long time I have not been in a competition with them. So I went to that race with anger. I went to that race with love.
Yes.
And knowing that I'm running with my people.
Countrymen,
Yeah, I
and
love
you
them.
need to prove a point for
Exactly.
all right?
Yeah, I love them, but at that moment it was business.
It was
So
competition.
we mean business.
Yes.
Yes. So when I went to that race, I came out third in that race.
Wow.
And that race, Ibrahima Kamara won the race. He was the only Gambian that beat me.
Yes.
And
Next time is a small.
yeah, he's fast. Yeah.
Yes, he's a fast guy.
And the Cameroonian guy, who is currently the African champion, he came second and I came third. But I won the rest of the Gambians who were there.
Yeah.
So just by achieving that, I was very happy because
you believe that there's still there's still something left in you that you can do for the Gambia.
yes. So after they saw the result, immediately after they saw the result, I get a phone call from
Wow.
from someone from the federation immediately. And what the person told me was, Tijan, can you please fly with the team, because they were flying from there
To Mauritius.
to Mauritius.
Yes.
Can you please fly with the team? We're gonna send you a ticket right now, and then you fly with the team to Mauritius. I told the person that definitely I respect you so much, but I feel that you just disrespected me because of why I said that is because you never respect or value what I can do or what I have done for this country. So now that you have seen that I have proved something, so you want me to come, but I have been proven before. So why now? So I declined that invitation.
I think that's a good declaration.
Yes.
Because you should be contacted in a professional way. After the long absence, and you believe the doors
Yes.
were just closed, but otherwise you have the potential to be a part of there. So that is an amazing point of this, a statement that you have just mentioned. Remember, you're watching THD TV 360 SPA Sports program. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook as well. Send us your comments. I'm with Tijan Keita, one of Gambia's fastest, sprinters in this country. Tijan, you left for Spain. When you went to Spain, how did it all started for you? Undocumented Gambian athletes, ambitious, frustrated, all this combined together, wanting to prove a point. How do you get yourself, still in those clubs that you are running for now?
Well, when I first arrived in Spain,
Mm-hmm.
it was Cedeao Costa. I arrived in a country where I don't know their language.
Yes.
I'm not used to the weather. I'm not used to the food. I'm not used to their culture and everything. I'm seeing facilities that I have never been
Been to
under.
exactly
Yeah,
training with under a facility that is a standard level.
exactly.
Yes.
So what I had to do is I had to start from zero, and I had to seek for international protection. So under that program, I was having help from the government, from the Spanish government. So until I happened to meet someone who was an athlete, and I told the person, hey, I'm an athlete, I want to train with you guys. And he looked at me from toe to...
An athlete will understand definitely when they see the structure. Though.
Yeah, exactly. But I was with my jeans
Yes.
and regular
press,
clothes.
yeah.
So he took me to the track and he told the coach that he said he's an athlete, and the coach told me, okay, no problem, you can run with us. And I ran with my jeans, and then I beat them with the
Yes.
jeans. And straight away the coach took me to Decathlon, a sports shop, and then he bought all the necessary things
Wow.
I need for training.
So when doors beginning to open at the time.
Yes, exactly. And then he made a license for me to compete, and he'll find a club for me, and then I started running. So when I started running, so all of a sudden I was everywhere on the news, like, okay, we have someone from Gambia.
Wow.
And by then I was there with one other Gambian athlete, Alhaji Sonko.
I think I heard of the name, but
Yes.
I've never met the Songo though.
Yes, we
Yes,
have
sir.
been to many competitions together.
Yeah.
Yes, so he was also there, and then I also bring him close to me, and I bring him to my club, and we started training together, we lived together, and we started competing together for the club. And that was how everything started in Spain, until the club helped me to get my document. So when I get my document, then I start to travel and have more competitions, and I start to be mentally okay.
Yeah, being
And-
yourself now. You have given the thing that you love doing, that is given the chance to go and show what you can do.
Exactly. So this was something that I was looking for by then. So when I have it, I see it. So now that I have this, so now I have to prove myself. And that was when I started running, and this was 2017. By 2018, I became the first Gambian to be a champion in Madrid.
Wow.
I won 3 races the same day: 100 meters, 200, and 400.
Wow.
I won gold medal the same day. This was just 1 year after I arrived in Spain. 2019, I started breaking my personal best, breaking the club record, then breaking records in Spain. By 2020, during the COVID, during the lockdown, I used to train at home, and sometimes during the night, maybe around 3, 4 a.m., when people are sleeping, I have to sneak out and then go out for...
The passion for what you love.
For running. Yeah. And unfortunately, that year we had Spanish championship, and I became the fastest man in Spain, 100 meters and 200 meters. But I was not given the title because I was not having citizenship.
Yeah, you are not a Spanish.
Yes, exactly.
So this is was there any attempt or attempt at some point to change your nationality?
Yes, there was an attempt, but at that moment came another 2 fast guys from Spain. So when those guys came up, and the federation had to hold mine, because those guys came, and when they came, they like overcome my times, and then they ran faster than me. So I said, wow, so this is a big challenge. So this was 2020. So by 2021, I was eager to run faster. Then I was not following the right procedures, because I was, instead of resting, I was
forcing yourself to make sure that you beat the
Then I got injured. And 2021, no competition for me, no fast runs. 2023, I came, I said, no, 2022, yes, I came, and then I said, okay, this year now, I'm going to run fast. And that was when I started running. I went to France, like I said, I break personal best. And then I also went to the Spanish championship. I won the, what is the name again, my semi-final and my hits of the 200, but I could not go to the final, knowing that I could win the final. I was never give up. Then came 2023, that's when everything changed. I ran the fastest time in Spain, and I became the fastest man in Spain. And this was something that
raised the bar for you and anybody that follows your development.
Yes, yes. And before that, I had an agent who contacted me from Belgium, so that she said that she wanted to work with me, and then we started working. So she was helping me also to have another exposures. Yes. So by 2023, everything just changed. I started running fast. I have a new club, and
mentally you are stable. Everything start coming. You become, realizing the potential in Tijan Keita.
Yes. By 2023, everything was successful.
We have preparation. Before we go to one of the topics that we need to talk about, that is the book that you want to, things that you want to write, that you already written, and you want to tell people about yourself. Let's look at the LA. That's the Los Angeles 2028.
Yes.
It kicks off very soon.
Yes.
That preparation will be underway in many European championships, African championships, and regional championships. That's where you get qualification standard to be part of the process, the pathway. What is the plan? Are you optimistic that Gambia could still look back at what you are doing now and be a potential representative for this country come 2028?
Yes, 2028. I want it to be my final season, my final year in the sport. Even though I love this sport so much, but I want 2028 to be that's the agreement I had with my coach. That this the contract that we signed.
2028.
2028, we're going to retire.
And that also include Olympic dreams, isn't it?
Olympic dreams, yes. So I never had the opportunity to went to any Olympics. 2016 Rio, 2016 was
2020 Tokyo.
Yes, was a plan that we had, me and my former coach Monjai, and Monjai demanded for like a package that we can have a sponsorship package to focus on that, but they never gave him that. And I was just 1 second away from the qualification standard. And he proposed that to the federation, but he never had that. And that dream just faded away. Then came Tokyo. Then when Tokyo came, I was not considered by the federation. And also there was this Ibrahima Kamara that was running faster than me, Nesta by then. So I could not go there. But the last year in Paris, also, I was running fast, and I was among the fastest. Like I said, 2023, I was the fastest man. Then last year, unfortunately, I was supposed to go to the Olympics. The preparation was okay, and then I got injured.
Wow.
And that injury kept me out of the season.
Wow.
Yes.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yes. And now we are preparing for LA 2028, and I started my preparation from now, and that's why I'm still in the Gambia. Yes, I'm still in the Gambia. I'm training. I'm using the importance of the local facilities we have here that I cannot have access there, like the beach and the the golf course and all those places. So I'm using them to do my my preparation very well, so that when I go, I will just continue from where I stop. So
effort on the way to strengthening the relationship between you and the Athletics Federation in the Gambia, for them to just start monitoring your progress as to how they developed you before the LA 2028. Are you talking with the federation?
Okay, I think I have to disclose this to you. Currently, I hold double citizenship.
Wow.
I hold Spanish
citizenship. You hold Spanish citizenship, yes, so therefore you're no more worried.
Yeah. So now I have been here in the Gambia for 2.5 months now, and I was not contacted by the
Gambia. Are we allowing another young Gambian to just leave this country with the potential and with a dream to represent the Gambia? I'm sure the Athletic Association will be watching, but anyway, you can continue with the statement. I'm not sure that they're going to let you go, just like Jesuma and the others as well.
Yes. So I have been here since 2.5 months now, but I was never contacted by anyone from the federation to invite me for an official meeting or for a discussion. I would love to, and I'm open if they called me for that. I have met several stakeholders. I had meeting with Communion because we're working on brand endorsement, and we also have that on the table that if I have to do anything with Communion, I have to be running for the Gambia, which is fair enough. Yeah. And me definitely, personally, I would love to run for the Gambia because
that's your passion.
Yes, because
that's your dream.
I think that I owe a lot this country all these past years. That my fans were always asking, why are you not running? Why are you not in these games? When they see Gina Bass, they said, but you started with Gina Bass. You used to do everything.
Oh yeah, the two names rose together.
Yes,
Gina Bass and Tijan Keita were famous during the time in the schools, in the house, regional championship.
Exactly.
Journalists look for you at the time and Gina Bass for us to get those information about how to do. And finally, on the home side, you talked about other companies are trying to look for the branding, for them to brand you while you represent the Gambia. Is that going to be consideration in any decision that you're going to make? Are you going to consider that well? Because the Gambia is still at the contract there. You need to run for Gambia if I'm going to brand you. So are you considering that already the dual citizenship has carried away everything out of you now?
Yes, I'm still considering that because at the end of the day, like I said, I want to leave a legacy here. Like I said, I want something that tomorrow, even if I'm not here, like the ones that are coming, they can say, okay, he did this for the Gambia. Even though he went through all these things, but he managed to come back and do it for his country. So it's not about what I'm having from anyone, but it's about what I'm doing for this country. This is my country. So I want to make sure that whatever I do for this country, I do it from the bottom of my heart. I want to make sure that whatever I do for this country, I do it so that tomorrow, wherever I stand, I can raise my hands up without bringing my head down.
Wow, that's a good way of moving to the next topic of discussion before we wrap up the show. You are watching the THD TV Gambia, live coming to you from Manjaikunda in our studios. Like we always say, keep following our content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Today my guest is Tijan Keita, one of Gambia's finest printer, now residing in Spain. The unfortunate part is still, the Gambia Federation for the Athletics Association has not contacted him yet. Are we going to risk another young athlete just because we don't want to call him to be part of us? I guess no. And we will reach to them and find out why after 2 months and 2.5 months, Tijan Keita has not been contacted and he still has the potential to be in the LA 2028. Back to the subject, the most important thing that I want us to talk about, in fact, is all those that we talked about now are all important. But hey, books, you don't see that often with Gambian athletes. Not Gambian athletes go in that quick to do book writing. At your age, why have you thought of putting something on paper for records for generation to come?
Okay, thank you for that question. I have been through a lot. I have been through a lot in in my athletic career. And I used to have this conversation with my coach when I used to, when he sees me sometimes when I go for training, I'm down, I don't have no motivation for training and everything. So when he asks me, I'll be telling him all the problems I'm having, because sometimes you will be there, your family is here, they need you, they need your support, and you cannot do it. And all this is because you don't want to quit the athletics and do another job. You want to continue this because you know that you have something here that you have to, that you still have to show out. So I thought of everything that has happened to me in my life. It was not easy. Sometimes I will cry silently inside my heart. So I said,
and feel the emotion.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Emotionally, we are down.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I think I have to put this in a book. And my coach told me, wow. The first day I told him, he told me, wow, that is something big. I told my coach, yes, I like doing big things. I never like doing small things. So I told my coach that I want to put this in a book. And I also want to have a documentary. So we started the documentary. We shoot some part in Spain. And we have to shoot the part of the Gambia, but not yet. So I started writing this book since last year.
How?
When I got injured and I was not training. And
that was a perfect time for you.
Yes, yes. And then I look at how everything just, since I started everything, I said, okay, now I'm going to start writing the book. So I started writing the book myself. I start looking for people who have idea about all these things. I start asking them, meeting people in Spain, asking them about writing books, writers, I start talking to them. So when I came to Gambia, I met Dr. Barry. We had a meeting, and then he told me key points. And he told me, but why you want to write the book? Maybe you can give it to someone to write it. I told him, I know my story better than anyone, so I want to write my own story.
That was a brave move, though.
Yes.
Not everybody want to try writing books.
Yes, exactly. So I told him, I'm going to do it myself. If I have any grammatical error or any problem, I can consult you or any other person who knows this better, because you should respect everyone with their job. That's their job. But I also like to do the impossible. So I took the stand to write the book. So normally my writings, I normally do it at around 3-4 a.m. in the morning. That's when I normally wake up, do my writings, then do my Fajr prayer, then either go for training, or if I don't have training, I will stay on bed or do something else. Yeah. Because I never like to, for me, time is good. Yeah. So, and that's how I started writing the book. And finally, when I was coming to the Gambia for the Tobaski, I decided before I go back, I have to finish this book and make official launching in the Gambia. I don't want to launch this book anywhere but in the Gambia.
That's where the story began.
That's where the story began. Yes, exactly. That's where the story began. So I decided to finish it and launch it here before I go back. But Alhamdulillah, now the book is finished, and now we are negotiating with where we have to launch it and the date, so that it can be flexible for everyone to attend it.
I'm sure your former coach will always tell us in an interview, these are athletes, scholar athletes. They are athletes that are brilliant at school. Normally it's a taboo in Gambia to see a brilliant young athlete, because people believe that athletes normally don't take education seriously. But that was not in your generation. But anyway, what emotional or what catching story is in this book that might prompt someone to go in for and say, this story need to be go through and see how and what happened during this journey?
Okay.
Can you share some of the tips for it? Because we know that the book launching is in the process.
Yeah.
And that is when Gambians will know exactly what is in that book and what they need to do. We'll get into that in a moment. But what can you share with us in that book that, might prompt me to go ahead and get that book as soon as possible?
The title of the book.
What is the title?
The title of the book is called From Dust to Gold.
Dust to?
Gold.
Gold.
Yes.
Wow.
From dust to gold.
Wow.
And anywhere I go.
Dust to gold.
Yes,
wow.
Exactly. So anywhere I go and have meeting with people about this book, so the moment I tell them the title, they're like, from dust to gold.
That's a big title.
Yeah,
dust gold.
To gold. Yes.
Wow.
And what does that mean? Like, the way I interpret that meaning is, I used to trek. I used to walk from Bakote to the Independence Stadium, the dust on my feet and everything. And with all that, I went to African Championship, and then I bring in 2 gold medals. So that dust that was on my legs turn to
We
goal.
can see the logic behind the dust to goal.
Exactly.
And not only the Gambia per se, but went to a foreign country, raised the bar to another level as well.
Exactly.
It must be a good dust to goal.
Yeah, exactly. And inside that book, I mentioned, I stated how I started, and how I started. I will just like give you a tip of an iceberg. Yes, I dropped out of school from grade 6, going to grade 7. I was living with my grandmother. She could not pay my school, and I had to start selling this banana bread for her because she's from Sierra Leone, so she know how to make all this banana bread.
Yes.
Yeah, so she will give it to me, and then I will sell it. And I used to buy key holders, and I will go and sell them. Also at Tipagaras with the banana bread. Yeah. I will be selling them for, the banana bread was $5.
I'm beginning to be emotional.
Yeah.
So I'm beginning to be emotional. So
yeah.
I am seeing this, the part where the story is coming from.
Yeah, and the key holders, I used to sell them for $2, $3. So when I was going to grade 7, I told my grandmother that I have to go back to school. She told me, but it's going to be difficult. So I stayed first term without going to school. So all of a sudden, I had on a radio advertisement that Run for Knowledge is an event that was organized by them. I don't know the association that used to organize it, but it's called Run for Knowledge. So that was just for athletes, for students, athletes. So if you have, if you are part of the first 3, you will have a scholarship for the rest of your life studying in the Gambia.
That was an interesting journey.
Yes. I had that advertisement on a Wednesday. I told my grandmother, I want to go and attend this, compete here, so that I can have scholarship to go back. She laughed at me. She told me, but you cannot run. You can only sell banana bread. I told my grandmother that I will surprise you.
Yes. She know you of the banana bread, but not knowing there's a hidden talent.
Yes. So even me myself, I was surprised. So I took that Wednesday that I had, ran to the beach. I was living in Bakote, ran to Palmarima Beach, and came back because it was a 5-kilometer road race, that competition. I ran to the beach and came back on Wednesday. On Thursday morning, I wake up, I could not go anywhere because I was sore.
You forced the muscle on something that you have never done
sore,
before.
yeah. And I did it again with my best friend. This time around, he came with me, Yoruballe, Charlie, and he said, let's go. I will go with you. I go with him and come back. Went Thursday. Friday, I did the same thing. And Saturday morning was the event.
Wow.
I went, I saw a lot of people, more than 50 people there. And we started from MDI to Gambia. So we used the former, what is the name again? Chinese Embassy.
Chinese Embassy Road.
And I ran without shoe. I arrived at Gambia. I arrived there.
Stories are good to be explained on a day. I can understand. It seems like the interview is going to a part, but this is one of the beautiful things we brought Tijan in the studio. He has rose from scratch to another level. Some of us who were in the reporting scene at the time will attest to that. He used to be a very disciplined young man who will always, in fact, there was an admiration for him from the media. That is because of his quick response to what is demanded at the time. See, we can understand, but I guess that also pushes you to where we are today.
Yes.
Yes.
So sorry for that.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's emotional. I can also do the same thing here.
Yeah.
By listening to you. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I arrived there, I came out third, and third was the just 3 people were to be selected. So I came out third.
Wow.
So I had to give out my grandmother's phone number. Then they said they were going to contact us.
Them.
So they contacted us the following week, and then they gave us the scholarship. And the nearest school was Bakote Upper Basic. I went there. So when I went there, I started the second term with them. So when I started the second term with them, and I became one of the best students academically, and then they put me in Blue 1. That was the best class.
The best class.
And then the PE teacher came to me just before the inter-schools, and he told me, I heard that you came to the school through a scholarship of athletics. So you are going to be part of the athletic team. And I told my teacher that, Mr. Jaji, but I cannot run. I just did this so I can go back to school. He told me, yes, but you have to run.
There is something the teachers are already smiling you.
Yes.
That is the hidden talent that was, a little display of it was shown at that event.
Yes.
Yes.
And I told him, okay. So we started training, and I started falling in love with the game, falling in love with everything. And then that was how I started. And then that same year, I won the inter-school championships for the junior school. And I finished the race, the 100-meter race, and they said we have to go back and start again because somebody was left at the block. I went back and I ran again with that same person, with the whole lineup,
Yes, sir.
and then I won again, and that was when people started to know me.
No wonder the time we did not know much about this story. No wonder you were flying that high. You came from a very difficult beginning.
Yes.
And finally, because I wish we have enough time of doing a documentary of this guy that we can tell a lot of his story. But we have a time limit. But before we go, T, the book is already done, and you want to launch this book before you go. Can you tell the Gambian public when and where, or what are the process of this launching of this book?
Okay, the book will be launched on the 6th of September.
Okay.
And the place that we want to launch it is Bakadaji Hotel.
Okay.
Yes, but we are on arrangement with them and for the time and everything. And the book will be launched there, and we are targeting people that we know that they really want to be part of this family, the family of this Dust to Gold. We know that everyone in the Gambia will, because even right now, people started contacting me about the book and everything, but we have not yet started the distributions because we have to make the official launching, and we will also have it on Amazon for people who are
interested outside the Gambia to buy. Yeah.
Outside the Gambia, and we also want to invite all federations, because we think that in every sport in the Gambia here, we have
that is your kind of story there.
Exactly. We have someone like Tijan Keita there.
Yes.
So we want them to start knowing that we have to start taking good care of these athletes. We have to start knowing that not when they come for training, we see them there. We don't know that most of them, they have a very difficult background, a very difficult, I don't know how to explain. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. So sometimes some of us, we go for training, and when we come back home, sometimes we don't even have dinner. So we should start looking at all those things, because if you want someone to be a great athlete, a great sportsman, it's not just the moment that they are with you. And this is the reason why many people, I will take this chance to talk about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, he started when he was with Lakers. He started with the number 8. And the reason why he started using number 8 was because 8 hours, that's the normal working hours. So for him, the basketball was 8 hours for him. It's a job for him. But after he turned from that number 8 to number 24. And what does that mean? When I read about it, I was so surprised. That means that a sportsman, you should be 24 hours a sportsman, not when you are on the track or when you are training. So that 24 hours cover everything. So also in the Gambia, it's not when we just go for training. They should also be monitoring us, be knowing what we are doing at home, at school, 24 hours. They should be knowing what we are doing, so that when we come for training, even though we have stress, they can know that, okay, this boy, they have this problem, he have this problem from home or from school. They should follow your welfare, as well, to see how you do when you are not with them. But it's unfortunate in the Gambia, we do not, we tend to miss many talents because of this. That's why the book is going to be very important. Well, us at THD TV, we tell stories, and I'm sure those watching today will start, they will know that this is what we do. We bring up stories that people do not know and should know. Your story will be an inspirational story to many generations, especially athletes. It's not often that we see Gambian athletes writing a book. So once again, Tijan, we want to congratulate you, and THD is open for all, endeavor in the future, and we want to publicly mention that we'll be with you in this book launching, and we'll make sure that your book is with us here to continue reading the story, and make sure that at least we can also talk to athletes who could follow your footsteps. It's a pleasure. Congratulations to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Unless you want to tell Gambians something? No, I just want to thank Gambia. I just want to thank everyone that have been there. There are people that have been supporting my career, even though it was rough and tough, but there were people that have been there, especially my family. So I cannot say anything but just to say a big thank you to everyone. And even though I have not been running for the Gambia for the past years, but I still have people that used to send me messages, call me when they see competitions going on. They will be calling me, asking me, are you still running? Why you don't run for Gambia? So That's love. That's love. That's love.
What about grandma? Is still there?
Yeah, grandma is still there. I love grandma so
Grandma,
much.
may you continue to live
Yeah,
well.
I love grandma so much. Like every day I'm with her. We don't live together, but
No, you
every
should be
day.
with grandma because,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes elderly people,
Yeah.
you know, see what you don't see.
Yes.
Maybe the time he was telling you cannot run
Yes.
was a kind of motivating you to do something out of you.
Yes.
And today I'm sure she must be very proud
Yes.
seeing a grandchild
Yes.
doing it well in and outside the Gambia.
Yes.
Also putting something on a paper.
Yes.
That was difficult to get at the time.
Yes.
That was an inspiring and amazing
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, she's very happy. She's very proud of me. Whenever she sees me, she's always happy. Because normally I used to stay like 4 years before I come to Gambia, and that's not something she likes. She always called me, when are you coming? So I always tell her I will come very soon, very soon. So that's why whenever she sees me, she's happy. I always try to spend much time as possible with her, so that I will not regret anything.
That's perfect really to do, as to give back to somebody who has nurtured you at a time when you are zero.
Yes.
Gambia, this has been 360 sports program on THD TV with your host Ajidrame and our guest Tijan Keita. We want to thank all those working behind the scene. Please keep supporting through THD TV, but don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, and we are in TikTok as well. If you meet us there, you will be the wiser.